Ow, you guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Jose got beat up by you three. We talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. Now, it's time to surrender and let the passengers go. Haha, you really don't know anything, do you? What was it you called yourselves? The League of Exceptionally Dim or something? You're making fun of my awesome team name. You're dead. Look out! What is this? You gotta be kidding me. Another smoke screen? Ah ha 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 ha. It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, we just have to live without it. Later, braces. Ow, ow, ow. Someone got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It's like it's just a typical smoke canister. The ship is already out of sight. It's getting really old. It's not once but twice now they're going away. If I get demoted for the guild, there's not going to be much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shahara. Quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for letting them get away too. If we were to kick ourselves over... If we got time to kick ourselves over this, then there's gotta be some other constructive things we can do. Well, you sound like you should be the singing facer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airline, so how about we have it work? The passengers may be inside. Right. Let's save before I forget to do that again. Airline Lindo. Lindy. Whatever. Wow, it's pretty bad here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, Skyband has managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Here's a lift car. It looks like the same type as those at the landing ports. Skyband is probably used just to move the cargo. You know, who the hell... Like, I'm looking at that. That would be a pain to try and move, wouldn't that? Like, where they parked it. Like, I know it fits there, but still, it would be a decent bit of a pain to move it. Or can it actually, like, maybe it has a wheel at the front that just helps it turn on the spot. Considering where the shelves are, I probably would have to have, like, it's way too tight in here. I wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy is completely stopped. It looks like this is a captain's seat. If there were any other circumstance, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Here's the same will used to pilot the ship. Oh. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. It's bright in here, so a lot of light shining this place. Okay, what am I missing now? If I try and... Oh, we can probably... Oh no, we can't go out. We don't have time to be looking around anywhere else. Right now, first priority should be investigating the airline. Wait, is that door? That's also no... Yeah, that's not the way we came in. I didn't realize there could be a door there. Do I check that? Check the panel. The captain's chair, the pilot seat. We missed a plant. This poor potted plant doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Bunch of plant murderers. Replace them in wood for days. There we go. Really? The plant was that important? We checked all the both sides, nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to Sky Bandit's airship, and then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed. But this sucks. Right when I saw we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think Sky Bandit's hit the airline in a place like this? As far as I can tell, the orbital engine of the ship has completely stopped, which means the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know it's because the orbital engine and orbit gradually charges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits have had made multiple trips to carry up a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been far more effective just to take the airliner to their hideout? Yeah, it does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airline here then? All I can think of saying they did in order to... Yes, that's exactly right. My guess, I would imagine their hideout is in a significantly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 arch in size? In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about the Vancouver extreme differences in height like mountains and ravines? It seems like a likely place for a Sky Bandit hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything. There's a possibility that the hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the army and ask for their cooperation. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now you're telling us we should go crawling back to the army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the army, whatever the altitude is. Especially if that means bring the hostage back safe and sound. I guess you're right, this isn't a time or place to be letting my personal feeling get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lupin. We should be able to contact the Harken Gate if we use the orbital telephone. Huh? What the heck? Great, now this was something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What is the world coming to? A woman who hears the Sky Bandits? Does the girl look shifty? Hey now, that's just rude. Who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see this as a shiny emblem on my chest? The Vracer Guild, huh? I don't think for a moment like that proves your innocence. Oh look, that's General Morgan. General Morgan? Why are you here? After looking at the reports by my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with Sky Bandits? I might get you to stop the accusations, General. We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that is the truth, why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And now no hostage to be found here. Looks like the troops come out. Most likely you notify the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crap? My thoughts exactly. Firemen, take them into custody. Wow. The general will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, the cell will give you a place to cool your heels. This is not even funny. Just sitting at a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Huh? Why not? You remember what Sky Bandit we fought in the old mine said, right? He says this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here necessarily, if I remember correctly. Now you mention he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that Skyman's have a mole in the army. Or a collaborator who's leaking information. That's what you want to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught. Which means we were the only ones who saw a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be a bit of a fix? Huh? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Oh no. Chris's unfounded self-confidence, the tone of absurd narcissism belong to, it's you, isn't it, Olivia? You do remember my dulcet tones. What did he get locked up for? I had something now for I can't even see. Sorry, 1 second. Did he get locked up for disturbing the peace? That's what I was trying to go for. To think though, to meet again in a place like this, it seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. And now you're locked up in a place like this. What the heck did you do? Come on, let's not worry about the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it, we don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be in an old room by the time you were done. I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in all the details of the tragic incidents which befell me. Didn't you listen to me? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose Market and then moved on to the Enteros restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, so I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted a job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's by you, Olivia. Yet, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I am enjoying a sauteed duck I had the chef prepare. But the blood sauce had been used with a low too overbearing of my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's a legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, it went somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira. 500,000 Mira? For just one bottle? That's Alice's world. And you didn't, did you, Olivia? Ah, such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vintage of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is that after taking such a sip of such elegant wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Some non-stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset, in fact. He got so steaming that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let's all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. Idiot. Pardon? Do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard the and the absurdly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? Hey, you there, get up. I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated still in the morning? That's a little early for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I like to consider myself that reason. Mabel, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you. But don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but it's a request coming from Mabel herself. You better remember to thank her. So you mean Mabel stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Stell Bright. And I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visit your home in Maryland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now just wait a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of Dad's? I knew he was in the military before, but I don't know Cassius Bright Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist, Dad? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow I feel it was hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for Braces may stem from Cassius leaving the army. From the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is our lives are such a pain because of Dad. That dirty, rotten scoundrel. Ha ha ha. How about we return to Bowles now? With the airline being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Oh no. Oh, how callous people can be at times. Wait, they let him... Sorry. They let him keep his loot in the jail cell. Okay. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without second thought? Indeed, that is I. Yeah, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. But you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for my exquisite services I was about to render. Hahaha, you're quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes this trial, there's going to be at least a lawsuit. There's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Please don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without painting a single mirror. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it'll be a little awkward having you back there. I for one don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some kind of fixing. Let's just think this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join the Brayson network? Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relation bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Hold on a sec, what did we do to deserve this? The general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. Maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have a feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Can we use a mate shield, please? That's what I would say the first time around. Like, actually use them as a meat shield. We don't really need his help, do we? Well, alright then, we'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in the Bowser South Block. The open shop Automobile Factory were targeted, as well as a number of private residences. What? So this was the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting the investigation. I guess we better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make sure to use the money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling that the army's going to get our way again. But I guess that when that happens, it happens. Whether they get our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in that myth, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say I think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions, shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you the king of the show? Guild for a second. Anything sharp in here? Failed? I didn't even know we had that one. Seriously? So it's a very short-lived quest and I didn't come back in time. Nice. Got a decent amount of pay so I can get armor for everyone. And possibly a new gun. And I also got this Step F2 upgrade housing. I can't believe those Sky Bandits managed to circumvent our search and just walked right into town and burglarized a bunch of places. We're really outdone this time. Oop. Oh wait. It was like the store was hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't the time to be talking about business deals. My factory! My factory and all my goods, they're gone! I've got to report to see either the army or the basic of ASAP. Now hold on just a minute. If you were those group swords written in that stolen ledger... Yikes, I'd be in a world of hurt. Like sluts. Why else do I want to do stoves? Damn it, we can't open that slot. It's 80 for that. I'm just short. So what I think I'd do is open up 6. We can't open that one because it's a bit much. We can also open up that one for Joshua. And her, she's got 3 slots open. Nate's got a 3rd one. He has 4 open, so we don't care. Quartz. We have an MP2, we have an action already. Cost, move, EP. I actually need to look through what ones we have already in. Death Blow we don't care for because there's not much it can give. Speed doesn't help as much. Attack, that gives us Firebolt. But I don't want to care, so just give it an EP, so that should put us... I guess like 1 more cost, it's not even worth much. You on the other hand, HP, that gives you Death Blow, Eagle Eye, hit. Honestly, if that helps you hit stuff, I just knock stuff off my desk. I need more quartz, is my kind of problem. We'll give you the HP one because having an extra person with heals not be bad. And we'll give you Eagle Eye for the fact that that gives you Chaos Brand. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I do have to look through what quartz we have available again. I don't think I have many. And also what we have just basic ones as well. Actually, I'll pick up... Evade. Actually, no, well, let's pick up Evade. I don't care for Blind. Move might be decent. For some people. But I'll pick up Mind. So... Oops. I want you to take Evade instead. Which gives you Airstrike. And I want to give you Mind instead, which gives us the stronger heal. We get Terror, which is 1,000. And apart from that, I think we're fine. Now, to the weapon shop. Damn it. My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. They took off every last one of my pricey goods too. Why haven't happened to me at a time where there are hardly any goods around to begin with? Right, bye. So that's all I upgraded, that's done. Armor vest. So 3 people can get upgraded chest armor. Same for boots. Don't care for most of that. Okay, let's get everyone's... Well, everyone who can new armor. Maybe we'll stop hurting so much if we do. Did I buy an extra one, or do I already have left from something? Did I buy 4 by accident, or am I going crazy? Are you the braces we heard about? Since the mayor's asked you to look into things, I have no choice but to allow it. Just don't get in the way of the army's investigation. I'm trying to ask a few questions, but you mind getting out of the way? Okay, let's go. I was shocked when I heard about the South Fork being hit by burglaries. Oh god, burglaries. Marino... Whatever. Mirano's mother was here alone, you see. Fortunately, his house was untouched by the burglaries. But it's at times like this that makes me feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad that Mirano brought Simon over to watch the house. Now we've got burglars running amok in the city. I swear, what's happening to Bose? I'm just glad they left his house alone, though I'm baffled as to why I certainly didn't do their homework in the city. Okay, I can't talk to them. The place is some fun information we haven't gathered. We should continue to ask around a bit longer. Okay, down we go. There's one more house over here. The woman here said that she had a precious memento taking place at Crooks. Looks to me I'm a big athlete, and I just... yeah. What I mean to say is, why don't you just ask her about it after I get done here? I would, but you guys are taking forever. It seems a group of sky bandits in the old mine consists of 2 females and a male. Rumor has it that they even got children in the mix. What, those people want sky bandits? If I go into here now... Nope, you're still talking. I see a stealth block. That's this house. Okay, who am I missing to talk to? I talk to this guy. Whoops. John Morgan may be someone, but he's running the show and he's a very capable leader. I wouldn't expect any less from the man who defeated the Imperial Army in war a decade ago. What gets me is why he's having so much trouble this time around. Are you basically to ask a few questions yourselves? This is a mess for both of us, I tell you. Be done with our question here soon, so help us sing tight till we finish. Who haven't we talked to yet? There's quite some important information we haven't gathered. We should continue to ask around a bit longer. I come to the Sky Bandit men so I can pin us. Yeah, we're like on that. Might talk to you. Oh wait, it's probably the mobile factory upstairs. There we are! Yay, this one turned out really cute. Niall, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. How about we really got this Brew. You know. Hmm? Good afternoon, are you working on another story? Looks like the two of you are on the trail of Scoop again. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, I'm glad to see that they let you out of the clinker. Yeah, I heard about you kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday. But it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you saw this look like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. It sure looks that way to me. It seems like the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see, that does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Paul, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to Witness statement, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The most resident in Bell's Market right through the west gate. It seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivia Lenheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard the rumors about me. Oh right, you're the guy who drank the wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big bill. It's honor to meet you, sir. Aha, you're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview at any time, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. The newest model camera on display here was stolen. Do you think Sky Bandits have an interest in photography? Thanks to your shenanigans, papers of the next issue are going to be filled with some real gripping headlines. Let me know if you get any scoops. Well, it's like the burglars made up of nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss locked up last night. Okay, now it looks like the army left. Nope, they're still here. Hey, you there. What, is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you're representing them, at the end of the day, you're still civilians. We can't have you wandering around here in the middle of investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we're cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about Estelle, there's no use arguing with these gentlemen. But as in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Colonel! For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be fighting out good citizens, it's an outright embarrassment to us all. But these people aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Can I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned... Ah yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation bit. Sorry. Please take your men and clear out. But sir, your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. Alright men, pack it up. We're returning to the Harkin Gate. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but you made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I said before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with the recent series of events. Thank you, we'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, before I go, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Colonel Richard, I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Niall was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He's saying about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division. Oh, right! Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. It seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army. Hey, you guys! Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before. Are you telling me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard, the intelligence division, you know, the guy you mentioned earlier. What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As far as that would be, nope. He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. To think that the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like there's any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Aye aye, sir. Although, I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Haha. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivia? Not Olivia, Olivia. I don't know, it's what I usually go for, Olivia. You look serious, and I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'd be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man, but what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun with a romantic rival. You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Haha, alright, let's see here. Now the soldier's gone, how about we zoom out our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. Oh dear me. Weren't you the racer that came to ask a question long ago? Alright, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to talk about was what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you? It's as good a time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital Factory across the road. I thought my heart was gonna stop right there and then. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see, so it was the guy Ben's, huh? So what you're telling me is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind? Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband come home late, meaning that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being no good drink, he's obsessed with this. Cecile raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday he said something about catching some smelt and took off to lakes in the south. On top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying, he doesn't know anything about the incident. That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi honey, I'm home! Phew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning and had nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man! My goodness, woman, what kind of fiery tempest has gone into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Huh? What do you mean by time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kuwano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which I had previous night. Burglaries by Sky Bandit? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But I think they hightailed it after my wife hollered at them. It's hilarious. Aha, guess I got to experience this. The cell effect firsthand. What did you just say? Let's calm down now, shall we? But to think that these Sky Bandits came in at night like that and they disappeared just like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Alright, you don't know him. He is a fishing buddy of mine. He's staying at the inn down the lake shore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? Now, this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. What I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that's rather odd. So was there any type of burglary at the end? No, nothing of the sort at all. In fact, it's quiet that the mills are grey and is well a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all was a prime fishing spot. Though there weren't any definite clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the fact that I especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the end. That's not what we're talking about. Although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused the problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated. Conversely, the possibility of Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, I guess that's one way to think about it. And later series of incidents, I don't even know if I said. I don't know what I said just then. I completely lost myself. Sorry. There's either a spy in the army or the Spy Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incident which have occurred. We need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see, so what you're saying is we should take an offensive stance rather than an offensive one. Now how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valera Lake. Extolled in a many rhyme as the pearl of Libel. Okay, so with that, before we do anything, I need to go. I go back to the guild, double check the quests. Which ones got durations on them? If I just expired one by accident. No, we didn't. So Valley Monster, New Ansem Path Monster, and Stolen Ring. What's a Stolen Ring? But I the other day, my ring was found to be among the missing items. It's quite proud of me, so if anyone finds it, please let me know. I live in Bosa's South Block. That'd be the. I think I know which house that is. Would be this one, right? I remember playing Ring Ting by them. I don't care if it's the army or the basic, I just want to steal Bargil's core. If the Sky Band is on the loose, I don't think I can move up being there every day. Yeah, that's her ring. I wonder if my dad will come home soon. My mom looks really upset about something.